Welcome to Staff Works Explained. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this channel. Watch different videos that you have done on different topics. You can leave your comment and share, as well as like. In this video, we'll be talking about Tanzania SGR. For more than 2 years now, there has been promises of commencement of operation of the SGR, especially from the port of Dar es Salaam, or the capital city of Dar es Salaam, to MOROGORO, as well as the section from MOROGORO to MAKUTUPORA. These sections are almost complete. Reports indicate that the first section is almost 99% complete, as well as the second lot from MOROGORO to MAKUTUPORA also being 98% complete. There has been several promises made by the government of Tanzania, especially TRC, Tanzania Railway Corporation, of commencement of operation on this. It was supposed to start operation in 2022. This did not happen. Now there are promises. There are promises that were made in 2023. This did not happen. Now the President of Tanzania, Hassan, has given a directive that commencement of these section, Dar es Salaam to Dodoma, the two lots, should be by July 2024. So the question remains is whether this directive will be heeded. TRC has said that it will heed this directive, and it will start operations by 2020. So it will be a wait and see to see whether this will be realized. So President Samia Suluhu Hassan of Tanzania gave a directive that the commencement of electric train services between Dar es Salaam and Dodoma, the two lots, should be July 2024. This directive came amid heightened public frustrations due to repeated delays and unfulfilled promises from the Tanzania Railway Corporation. The new modern SGR services, which were initially projected to start in December 2022, have been deferred multiple times, much to public's dismay. Despite these setbacks, TRC says that they are committed to ensuring that the operations of these SGR, these sections, Dar es Salaam MOROGORO and MOROGORO MAKUTUPORA, kick off as directed by the President. These sections are almost complete. The government says it's determined to see the project through, and this is why the President has given this directive to ensure that this happens. This project recently got a boost, especially the sections from Tabora to all the way to Burundi, with approval of a loan or financing worth $700 million. So this financing from African Development Bank is meant to complete the sections from Tabora all the way to Vinza, and also the section that is extending to Burundi. So with this financing, the two countries, Burundi and Tanzania, have entered into an agreement for the construction of this phase. So African Development Bank offered Tanzania a loan of, and Burundi a loan of $700 million for the construction of 650 rail network in both countries. So this also shows that the other sections, or the other lots, Tanzania SGR is divided into different lots. We have the first lot, or the first phase, from Dar es Salaam all the way to Tabora, and this has 3 lots. The first lot is from Dar es Salaam all the way to MOROGORO, and this section is 98 or 99% complete. So currently what is going through or on in this section is testing, and soon it will start operation. Then we have lot 2, which is from MOROGORO all the way to MAKUTUPORA past Dodoma, and this section also is almost complete, and soon operation will start. And these are the sections that the president has directed that they should start operations by July 2024. Then we have Makutupora to Tabora, from Tabora to Kigoma, and also there's a spur from to Mwanza. And all these sections are already being constructed. So what Tanzania has done is that it is constructing its SGR simultaneously, unlike Kenya, which stopped at Suswa after construction of phase 1 and phase 2. So Tanzania is constructing the whole section, and soon with advancement of a loan from African Development Bank, the section that goes to Burundi all the way to Gitega will also start soon. So with this directive, the question that is arising from this is, will this directive be heeded? So President Samia Suluhu gave this directive that the railway should start operation, especially for the first 2 lots, by July 2024. And this has raised some critical questions about its feasibility. With current progress having reached 88%, the wagons have started arriving, and the last one having arrived in November 2023, and there are still others which have not arrived. So these are significant progress that has been made, and this gives room for testing and other regulatory approval before the July 2024. So TRC still have time to make sure that all the wagons and engines arrive on time, and also testing, and also the necessary approvals are done. So they still have that window to ensure that they meet all the requirements. And also by being given this directive, especially from the highest office in the land, this adds political weight, and this may see the process being expedited, and decision will be made, and also resource allocation will be made, because these are presidential directive, and probably the president is hinging on this project, especially as Tanzania nears its election in 2025. There are also economic incentives. The operations, if everything goes as planned, will generate revenue to also create job and also boost public confidence. So this directive should be heeded, because there are some benefits that are going to be accrued out of this. So the other arguments again is feasibility. When you look at remaining tasks, well, the construction is advanced at 98% in some sections. There are some crucial tasks that are still remaining. For example, track signaling, communication systems installation, safety certifications, all these remain. And completing these within such a short time might be a challenge. And as TRC have said, they're up to the task. So we'll wait and see whether they're up to the task, and they can provide these within a period of 6 months. Then there is testing and commissioning. DAR testing and commissioning of the entire system is essential for the safe and reliable operations. If this is rushed, the process could compromise safety and future performance. Then there are regulatory hurdles. Obtaining all the necessary permits and approvals from relevant authorities might not be achievable by July 2024, especially if testing reveals some unexpected issues. Then we have logistical challenges. We are delivering and installing critical equipment and training of personnel, and establishing operational procedures all require careful planning and coordination, and this may pose a potential challenge in meeting this directive. So what are the uncertainties and potential solutions so that Tanzania can have SGR operating? One of the main challenges, uncertainty, is on wagon delivery. So timely arrival of wagons is important for conducting all the necessary tests and training, and this has been one of the major challenges. So delays could significantly impact on this timeline. There is the issue of funding availability. We have seen previously that there are issues with funding, especially with the contractors who is doing this project, and there has been issues with financing. So ensuring that adequate funding for remaining tasks and potential cost overruns is essential. So resource constraints can further delay operations. Then there is prioritization and streamlining, focusing on core tasks critical for the initial operations while deferring non-essential aspects could be a viable strategy for TRC. So TRC should prioritize and streamline where it focuses on the important tasks which are critical for the initial operations. But in doing this, they should not compromise on quality, because quality is very important, and safety also is very important, especially for this kind of project. Enhance collaboration, proactive arrangement with authorities, contractors, and all other stakeholders which are involved can help in facilitation of faster resolution of any challenges and accelerate processes. Even with these uncertainties and possible solutions, challenges still remain. One of them is technical requirement. Completing remaining infrastructure, testing procedures, and obtaining approvals are still crucial technical steps that may encounter unforeseen delays, and this has really impacted the project. Then we have the logistical and resource constraints. Some of equipments, or most of the equipments, are not from are sourced outside. So importing specialized equipment, training personnel, ensuring smooth integration with existing infrastructure require careful planning and execution, and these may take time, and this may also make it hard to meet this direction by directive by the president. Then there is the issue of safety consideration. Rushing the process to meet the deadline should not compromise safety standards that you have seen before. There should be thorough testing and commissioning of the remaining parts. So TRC should not just do this to meet the presidential directive. They should do it carefully. They should not rush the process so that they can meet the deadline. They have made several promises in the past. Not meeting another one is not a very big deal, although it will not go well with the authorities. TRC has issued a statement making a commitment to start operation as per the demands. This is a positive sign, but success still hinges on effectively addressing the remaining challenges. So close monitoring of the progress of on infrastructure completion, testing, and regulatory approval will be crucial to assess the feasibility of June or July 2024 launch. So what are the possible scenarios as far as this directive is concerned? One, they can have a full launch by July, and this, as you have seen, remains a challenge, but it's not impossible if all factors align favorably. Streamlined collaboration, accelerated task, overcoming logistical hurdles, all this could pave way for the full launch in July 2024. The second scenario is where you have a soft launch or phased operation. These are more likely scenario and could be limited, or they could do a limited or soft launch in July, and this is followed by a gradual expansion of services as remaining tasks are completed and approvals are obtained. So this approach prioritizes safety and ensures smoother integration into existing transport system, and this is probably this is what TRC will pick: a soft launch or phased operation. So they start small with some tasks, some operations, and then they gradually expand the services as they get to completing of the remaining tasks and also getting the necessary approvals. The third scenario is where you have a delayed launch. While this is less desirable, encountering significant technical and logistical roadblocks could necessitate a delay beyond July. Prioritizing safety, thorough testing should always be the primary concern, even if it means adjusting the timeline. So, despite having a directive by the president, TRC should prioritize on safety. So if they feel that probably this deadline is too near, they should not compromise on safety. They should still prioritize on safety and carry out thorough testing, this being the primary concern. So if this happens and if they encounter technical and logistical roadblocks, they could extend the launch beyond July, and this may not sit well with the president, but it will have saved the country a lot. So TRC's announcement on commencement of July 2024 operations adds optimism, but achieving the target requires dedicated effort and overcoming technical, logistical, and safety consideration. A flexible approach that prioritizes on safety and allows for phased introduction or potential delay might be the most realistic and responsible way to ensure the SGR successful and sustainable operation. Starting Dar es Salaam Morogoro SGR operation by July 2024 is ambitious but not impossible. It hinges on several factors, which include efficient completion of remaining tasks, timely equipment delivery, streamlined regulatory processes, and effective prioritization. While challenges as we see exist, President Samia Suluhu Hassan directive could create momentum and focus, potentially making the target achievable. Close monitoring of progress, proactive planning, and flexible adjustment will be crucial to ensure the process. So we'll be watching to see how this progresses. Will Tanzania start SGR operation as directed by the president? So since TRC has given a commitment that they will stick by that deadline, Tanzania will have the first SGR operation in July 2024. The public has been waiting for this. The public has grown wary of the promises that have been made. So we'll be waiting to see whether this, and we are optimistic that this will happen as directed. So thank you for reaching this far. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Watch other videos that you have done on various topics. Leave your comment, like, and also share. Thank you and welcome for more videos.